Cauliflower Alley Club 2016. I'm here with Jeannie Clark and Bradley, who is the co-authors of Through the Shattered Glass. It's a story of Jeannie Clark's life in the wrestling industry, someone that we are so excited that she wrote something about, so we can hear her history and stuff like that. So what made you want to write a book about your wrestling experience?
Originally, the book was for therapeutic because I had a long addiction problem, and I came out of rehab, and I was starting to write down all my notes on my life, and the notes turned into a book that Bradley helped me with. So it was actually a therapeutic and to make amends with my daughters, and I appreciate everybody that's checked it out.
Yes, well, it's a really wonderful read. I read it last summer as we met you in Waterloo. So that was Iowa, the Waterloo Hall of Fame, and I know you had such a long line there, and so things are going over really well. And people are every review I've read about this book has been good. I haven't put my own review out yet, but maybe I'll be doing that now after this interview. Well, this is a wrestling channel mostly. So what is your fondest memory in the world of wrestling?
My fondest memory, okay, let me think. There's so many. I think World of Sport, 1979, because I was just a young girl who happened to meet Chris Adams, and he asked me to be his second in England. That's a different job as far as like a boxing, where they have rounds, and I think I'm always going to look back to that as being my fondest time, because Chris and I were young and so happy and then we came to the States and we got to meet Sylvester Stallone because we were at the Olympic Auditorium, and that's a fond memory, even though it wasn't my career. It's sticking out in my mind right now as something that made me happy. At 19 years old, just come from a small town in England, and Hulk Hogan invites us to the Olympic Auditorium, and I'm sitting next to Sylvester Stallone. That's a very happy memory. Also, the ex-wife angle with the World Class were very fun days, because the Sportatorium was such an electric building, the atmosphere there. So I was so excited to remember that fondly.
Yeah, well, WCCW Wrestling, we were down in Dallas a couple years ago when they had WrestleMania, and they did some really cool things with WCCW. How often were you working, did you go on the road and stuff with WCCW to all the events?
Actually, we only taped World Class on a Friday night and a Saturday morning, and I lived really close to the Sportatorium, so I didn't have any road time, except there was one or two spot shows that were LNA promotions. So I actually didn't go on the road till I worked for WCW.
Okay, so then you went, and then that would have been through Atlanta at the time with WCW, and then was going on the road, was that an exciting experience? And especially coming over from England, I mean, are you excited that you're getting to see the United States as a whole, or was it more just work and you're just trying to earn a living and do what you do?
Actually, it was a little bit of both, because I can actually look back and say I got to travel and see all different cities. Yeah, it was quite tiring, because we used to get flights so early, and by the time you got to rent a car and you got to the arenas, you didn't get to see much of the towns. But I can honestly say that it was a massive experience for me and I was only there 5 months, so I didn't have too much longevity, so I look back on it very fondly.
So as being a valet manager as a woman, every once in a while there'd be other valets managers that were women. Did you guys work together as solidarity, knowing that you're all kind of in the same place, or was there competition that you wanted to be the best, because then that would be how you'd get noticed and maybe how you'd get promoted to the next level?
Well, I never actually pursued a career in wrestling. I just happened to be somebody who just got a phone call and I got lucky to work. I was friends with Missy Hire, and I thought Medusa was absolutely awesome. And Terry and I were good friends too. So no, it was never competition. I always felt really honoured that I could have been there in the dressing room and see, you know, these people work.
And so now we go to today, and we have the book, Through the Shattered Glass, and it's a great book. And so what can you tell people how they want to get it if they're not here? Obviously, you can pick it up here today, but if they're like listening to this at home, how can they get this book?
They can get the book on Amazon.com or Amazon.co.uk, and it's also available on Kindle now. So if they want it, you know, I appreciate everybody that has purchased it and left such great reviews. And
yeah, and on top of that, Jeannie also is happy to contact her to remain in contact with her fans. If anyone would like a signed copy of her book, she does sell them through Facebook channels and also through her eBay store as well. So.
Okay, would it be better to go through the Facebook channel or through the eBay store, or doesn't it really matter?
No, it doesn't matter at all. If people contact me on Facebook, I'm more than happy to sign a copy and mail it to them. If they didn't, you know, get it online, they can get it direct from me. Either or.
Okay, so well, there's so many choices. I would personally recommend the autographed copy if you can put that effort into. Find her on Facebook, find her, but even otherwise, even if you don't want the autograph, you just want to read a really good book that's very interesting. Problem is, make sure you give yourself, I would say, about 5 to 6 hours, because once you pick it up, you're not going to want to put it down. So don't start right before you have a commitment someplace, because you're going to be fighting yourself then and probably skip the commitment and you might get yourself in some trouble. So we thank you guys so much. This is such an honor to meet you and to be a part of we do a lot of book reviews on our channel, and like I said, we'll hopefully do a book review on this one soon. We haven't got around to it yet, but there's such a lineup of books and great books that we do. But this one was definitely a must read and a must have. If you're a wrestling fan at all, or even just a fan of good literature, this is definitely the book to buy. Anything else you want to close to my fans with?
I want to tell everybody thank you so much for the support they've given me on Facebook, and it's been great reconnecting with old friends and the fans themselves who I love very much, and I just want to say thank you.
Yes, well, thank you for all you do for us as fans as well, so thank you.